Okay, and I'd like to say welcome to everyone tuned in to this special program. And of course, I've got a guest with me tonight, and we're going to be talking just for a brief moment, maybe a 15 or so minutes, about the creative industry and opportunities that exist for creatives. And it was just about a couple of days ago, we were talking about how great this is. I mean, prior to this government coming into office, we've not heard much about the creative industry as an industry that the government is focusing on. And since the new government came into office, they thought it necessary to establish an entire department that focuses on the growth and development of the creative industry, understanding its importance. So we are joined today by Janelle Lewis, who is a project officer there. Hello, Janelle. Welcome to the program.
Hi, Mikey. Thanks for having me. How are you?
I'm good, and it's good to have you with us today.
Thank you.
Well, so we talk all about the creative industry, opportunities that are there for creatives like myself, and I hold this dear to my heart because I know that it could be tough. Sometimes you hear about the fancy things, but you don't hear about us, or we try to make our voices heard, but it is not often heard. But things are changing, it seems, here. And we are moving from concessions and encouraging the creatives to form themselves into organizations and so on, so that they can maximize opportunities that are there. We are moving from that, and we're moving really fast to now an associate degree program at the T.A. Marisha Community College.
Yes, well, the associate's degree, we don't want to move too fast. The associate's degree is looking to happen next year. But in the meantime, there are a few specialized courses that were specifically crafted and tailored for creatives. So that's where we're going right now.
Okay.
This is semester one, and TAMCC is offering two courses for this semester tailored to creatives. So the first course actually starts on Monday. So registration is ongoing and registration is until Friday of this week. So everyone has until Friday to go to TAMCC and register for the courses. The first one that'll be offered is Introduction to Entertainment Law. And then the second one would be Entrepreneurship for Creative Industries.
Okay. Ow. So my mind is moving quickly here now. So talk to us about um, who can sign up. Is there an age range that we're looking for, a cutoff point, a start and cutoff point? Do you have to be someone in the creative industry for a certain amount of time and so on to be eligible?
Okay, so anybody can sign up for the courses. So number one, there is no age range. From TAMCC's perspective, anyone can sign up for these courses. Where it comes into play about being a creative is for the scholarships. So we don't want to take the conversation too far, but the requirements for signing up for the course is just a valid photo ID. There are
Oh,
no other prerequisites. If you look at the courses, if you look at the content and you believe that this is something that you'd like to do, anybody can sign up for the course. However, in terms of the scholarships, because the Grenada Office of Creative Affairs is offering 100 scholarships. So when it comes to the scholarships, we would like to have it geared towards the creatives. We want the creatives to take advantage of it because these courses are designed to develop their skills, to enhance their knowledge. When you think about Introduction to Entertainment Law, and I always get excited for the entire week that I've been talking about this course, I get excited because when you think about the areas that are covered, when you talk about operating in a digital space, you talk about the ethics and the values as it relates to creative industries, contracts, contracts, a lot of creatives, a lot of small business people, they do not have contracts for their businesses. So all you know, man tell you, I'll give $300 to do that for me, do that for me. You do it. The man not happy. You have to revise. You have to do this. You have to do that, and you have to do it for the same $300 because you don't have a contract stating you're allowed two revisions, you're allowed three revisions. After that, a fee of such and such. So, in terms of developing your contract, that is one of the things that this Introduction to Entertainment Law course is going to cover. Social media laws, all these things are going to be covered. And I think it's so timely for creatives operating in this space.
And speaking of creatives operating, I know that some creatives, their schedule can be kind of rocky. So I know probably that you guys would have considered that already. So how will the courses be offered?
Yeah, so that was considered. The courses are offered in a blended format. So the curriculum takes a blended format. It'll be 3 days per week, and it'll be in the evening time. But only one day you're required to be there in person. The other 2 days are online. So Monday you're required to be there in person from 4:30 to 7. Wednesday and Friday you do the course online. And the courses span 7 weeks. So it's not a long drawn out course and you're like, I thinking about I had to do this in December and I don't think I can go ahead and dedicate all this time or commit to this now. The courses are for 7 weeks. So for 7 weeks, 3 days a week, you get all this knowledge that you will be able to apply to your everyday creative business.
Okay, and has registration started already for those courses?
Yes, registration started last Wednesday. There has been, so since our promotion, there's been a lot of interest, a lot of interest. People are asking questions. They'd like to know what it is that they need to do to go to TAMCC. So there's been a lot of interest. Registration is promising, and the scholarship applications are also promising. We're seeing a lot of people going ahead and filling out the scholarship applications forms. So registration ends today's Wednesday. Well, today the day is done. So we have Thursday and we have Friday from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. in TAMCC in the School of Continuing Education, the Teachers Education block. That is where persons would go to register for the course.
And this sounds exciting, eh? As you're saying, the industry, we are so informal. Sometimes we don't understand that there are things that we need to know and do so that we can maximize our business. As you were stating, I probably would have experienced something that you mentioned that I just want to go back to, having had customers who say, okay, I would like to have an ad done. And you would get the ad done for them and they call you and say, well, you know what, I forgot to tell you this, and then you have to redo the entire ad, right? And no one is
Mm-hmm.
talking anything about an additional fee because you're actually doing that work twice and sometimes three times and sometimes four
Right,
times.
right.
So it would be good to know how you can proceed as a business with regards to things like that. Which brings me to the next point, introduction to entrepreneurship for creative industries. And that is one of the courses that you'll be doing as well.
Yes, so this one is going to be offered in November. And this one is also exciting because the course talks about a lot of the description talks about using their real life experiences and their hands on experiences to apply it to what they'll know. Certain business models, you'll learn about different types of businesses. I can be a creative, you're a creative, but the business model that we'll use may not be the same for each of us. So for all our pursuits, it's different. So that's another one, and we've seen more registration for that one
Oh,
than the entertainment law. Yes, so we've seen more registration for that one than the entertainment law, and it is so important for creatives to think of themselves as a business, even if it's just you. You are a business, you
yeah,
are a brand, and you need to operate like a brand, treat yourself like a brand. As you said regarding the contracts and so on, treat it like a business. Your time is your money, even though
yeah,
you don't have a building to go to. Your time is your money. This is my rate for this is your deliverable. You have a revision, you have a comment, you're allowed two revisions, you're allowed two edits, and then that's it. Then we move on to a rate of something else, and you handle it like a business.
so that's going to be good because sometimes we are skilled or these people are skilled, but then the business side of things, not too, So if they can get
Right.
some form of direction where that is concerned, it
Correct.
would be good. And so these courses, I think they're well thought of to meet the needs of the creatives. So that will help them go. If and you mentioned that a lot of people are gravitating towards the introduction to entrepreneurship. But the thing about it is, even you hear the word law, and sometimes it could be kind of scary, yeah.
It's intimidating. We realize that it is intimidating. So when you think of, we don't want people to get scared by hearing entertainment, introduction to entertainment law. It is just letting you know the framework to operate your creative business in Grenada and in the Caribbean. Something as simple as our artists, or even you yourself with your program, you might have like an intro song or an intro track that you're playing. Is it fair use? You using the track? Is the artist, protecting your work and things like that. So we don't, it sounds intimidating. It isn't. If you really think about your business as a business, then you'd want to go ahead and do that. Operating on social media, even graphic designers, the graphics that you do, they will be published elsewhere. How is it that you protect your work when you go ahead and your graphic goes here, there, and everywhere, and somewhere else, and somebody else is using it, and that's not its intended purpose. So
Right.
I that one and the instructor for that course is very knowledgeable on things like that, and the students or the people who are doing the course would be very, very, very happy.
Right. I I want to just stick something in here that you might hear the same thing about the law, right? But here's what it protects you from others probably taking advantage of your work and so on, but also puts you in a position to know how what are the parameters for using other people's work just the same.
Correct.
You know,
Correct.
because creatives they tend to interface with a lot of other material that they did not create themselves
Right.
and incorporate that into their production. So understanding what your parameters are with regard to the use of other people's material will be good as well. So I think it's very comprehensive. If you do the introduction to the entertainment law, you do the introduction to entrepreneurship,
Introduction to
and
it.
as the courses come, just look out for more opportunities and just grab all of it, and you realize that with that knowledge, you can take your business to the next level.
Right. And these two, we have these two for this semester. And next semester, it'll be digital media and marketing and communication. So this will be the next two that is being offered. And all these courses being offered, as we alluded to in the beginning of the conversation, it comes on the heels of something greater. That associate's degree program that is going to be offered to creatives in 2024. So when you do the course right now, you'll get a certificate. If it is that you want to apply for the program next year, your credits will be carried forward. So the
Yeah.
credits can be applied. So there are people who prefer to go all the way. They want to make sure that they have all the education that they possibly can. And then there are others who might just be interested. Let me just do the entertainment law. That's it. I think the areas that they're covering in that course would apply to me. I'm just going to do that. And they have no interest in following up with the associate's degree. And that is perfectly fine.
And it gives you a head start too in the event that you go ahead with the associate degree program. So now
Right.
you don't have a short period of time to compress all the courses. You've already done some of the courses that are needed to complete this associate degree program. So again, I think it's a great thought to have these courses up front. For people like
Yes.
myself probably who want to take it in a trickle than to take it all in one bundle.
And I know your schedule is tight, but hopefully you would make time and be able to register for one or two and go ahead and do it, because this recommendation, particularly for courses, particularly for capacity building exercises and so on, this was one of the recommendations that came out of Unleashed. So when we had Unleashed back in May, this was one of the recommendations that there are not much academics specifically tailored for creatives. You might find business courses, but they're for the traditional business. They're not necessarily for a creative business. How is it that these concepts are being applied to a creative entity? And this is why these courses were set up.
Okay, great. Um, in the event that people want more details about this, how can they reach you or reach your office?
We are available on social media, number one, because we know that's the first place people go. We're on Instagram at Creative Affairs Grenada. We are on Facebook at Grenada Office of Creative Affairs. We are also available via telephone or WhatsApp. So if you prefer to send a message, you don't have the time to call, you can call us at 404-9334 or send a WhatsApp message. We're also available via email at info@creativeaffairs.gov.gd. And we respond to emails all sorts of hours, as long as, because we don't want you to be waiting forever for a response. We are very quick. on the emails. We're quick on the emails. Any questions that are asked, we respond to it. We send you all the information that you need. As I stated, registration is happening in TAMCC until Friday of this week. 3 p.m. on Friday, registration closes off. You go to the School of Continuing Education Teachers Education block. I believe it's room 10. And the contact there is Miss Mauricia Japal. If you don't remember anything else, just go in TAMCC and ask for Miss Japal and say you're coming to register for the courses for creatives.
Okay, great. Any additional information you'd like to share with us tonight?
The Grenada Office of Creative Affairs is here to champion for creatives, to invest in creatives. We are here for all our creatives. If you have any questions, concerns, you'd like to reach out to us, you'd like to get guidance, you'd like to have a conversation, just go ahead and reach out to us. Also, for the scholarship, there's a form that you need to fill out, but you must register with TAMCC first. So you can get the scholarship link application form via any of our mediums. Just make sure that you register with TAMCC.
All right, that sounds good. Well, let's hope that people sign up because we have limited time to do so. We have until
2 days
Friday,
left.
3 o'clock. And well, today done already, as you say. So we have Thursday and Friday up to 3 o'clock to sign up. Of course, again, if you want more information, you can check out the office on social media, on Facebook or so. You can give them a call, and let's get this going. I'm so excited. The creative industry is getting the attention that it deserves, and let's move in the right direction with the industry. Well, thanks again, and it's been a pleasure hosting you
Thanks for
today.
having me. Thank you.
Okay, folks, and that's going to pull the curtains down on our conversation tonight. And we've been speaking to Janelle Lewis, who's a project officer at the office of the Grenada Office of Creative Affairs. All right, and of course, this is an exciting opportunity. I remember when I was just about getting into the media and so on, I was encouraged by one colleague, Mikey, go do your associate's degree, go do some courses in TAMCC, and I'm like, I'm good. I'm good. And then, I thought about it. And I'm like, you know what? What is there to lose? And I signed up. I just jumped in. And that was probably one of the best decisions I've made in my life to get to further my studies where journalism and so on is concerned. And being a part of the creative industry, there's now an opportunity for that. And I'm encouraging those of you who are thinking you might be on the edge of it, of making that decision, and you're not very sure. Let me tell you this: go ahead. What is there to lose? What is there to lose? All right, so folks, sign up. All right, and let's take ourselves, let's take the industry to the next level. Have a good one.